really to maintain the lifestyle that I was able to provide for the kids prior to the divorce. I'm no longer able to provide. I mean, they don't have the same lifestyle with me that we've always had, and it just gets hard sometimes. Like, I can't afford that anymore.
Do you agree to pay guideline child support based on your current income to Ms. Willis?
No, because
On January 6, 2021.
Yeah, the court takes just notice of that final decree of divorce, again, signed January 6, 2021.
Right. Ms. Willis, does that final decree of divorce order Mr. Mulligan to pay you any child support?
No.
Okay. Does it order Mr. Mulligan to do something else in lieu of paying child support?
Yes, to pay $600 of daycare and school supplies.
Okay. Since the signing of that divorce decree, has Mulligan done that?
He has done that, yes. There was a year that they were not in daycare because I was staying at home. So at that time, no, but while they have been in daycare and at the start of school, he has paid that.
Where were the children currently insured?
Through Dad, through Justin.
If Mr. Mulligan is still paying the daycare as per the divorce decree, why do you now want him paid to court?
Really to maintain the lifestyle that I was able to provide for the kids prior to the divorce. I'm no longer able to provide. I mean, they don't have the same lifestyle with me that we've always had, and it just gets hard sometimes.
Can you give an example of that?
I mean, doing extra things, or even, doing any extra things, like going to a local farm here where you can pick strawberries and such. Like, I can't afford that anymore. So, I mean, I'm just unable to provide those type of things for them. So, I mean, they're not going to have the memories with me doing those type of things.
Does Mr. Mulligan provide?
You're free to request body camera footage as often as you like, but the reality doesn't change once the video is already public. The recording has been shared, reviewed, and discussed, and the sequence of events is clearly visible to anyone watching .at that point. The evidence speaks louder than personal claims or after-the-fact explanations. What the footage shows is a refusal to comply with lawful instructions given at the scene. That decision directly escalated the situation and led to consequences that could have been avoided. When clear commands are ignored, officers are legally permitted to respond to regain control. In the end, the outcome wasn't mysterious or unexpected. It was a direct result of choices made in real time.
Any other support for the children at daycare costs and school supplies?
Yes, he does.
What does he provide?
He has paid for Jace's sports, and I mean, school clothes, school shoes, Halloween costumes. I mean, that type of thing. Yeah.
Past a witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Mulligan, do you have any direct relevant questions of Ms. Willis?
no.
Okay. Go ahead and call your next witness, Ms. Laskowski.
Okay. The state calls Mr. Mulligan. Mr. Mulligan, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How much do you earn?
Roughly, without overtime, like $2,300 every 2 weeks.
Okay. Are you paid hourly?
Yes, ma'am.
How much are you paid per hour?
37.
Okay. How many hours a week do you work?
I work shift work, so every 2 weeks it's 84 hours.
Okay. Do you ever work any overtime?
Yes, I do work overtime occasionally.
About how many hours of overtime do you work per month?
I'd say maybe 30, 40 hours.
Is that your only source of income?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your employer offer health and dental insurance for you to put the children on?
Yes, they're on it.
How much does that cost you per pay period?
I think it's like 160. Well, I think it's like 160 a month.
Does your employer offer dental insurance to put the children on?
Yes.
Okay, how much does that cost you per pay period?
I'm not sure. That was both of them together. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. That amount I told you.
Okay. Do you have any other children under the age of 18 besides Jason Kylie?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Okay. Do they live in the house or in your home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you pay for Jason Kylie's daycare every month?
I don't pay the full amount because before it was both of them going in there. I pay 2/3, which is $400 a month.
Why has it decreased?
Because it's only Kylie that's in there. When we first got divorced, it was
Okay.
$900 a month, so I was paying $600 a month. So now it's what's $600 a month, so I pay $400.
Is that because Jace is in school now?
Yes.
Do you provide any other support for the children on a monthly basis?
Well, I mean, everything she just listed, and then I do all the fundraisers. I do the school pictures. I do all the Halloween stuff. I do the sports. I do the dentist appointments, doctor's appointments. I pay for all that, and I give her money at Christmas time so she can get the presents she wants for them.
Do you have a ballpark figure on about how much you spend for the children every month?
No, I mean, I have no idea. I'd have to sit there and I'd have to look at my bank statements. But I mean, $300 maybe. I don't know, 200, 300.
Do you agree to pay guideline child support based on your current income to Ms. Willis?
No, because
Why not?
I also have them half the time. I have them half the month. So it's exactly 50-50. And I do all the extra.
When you say you could have the children 50-50, how many nights out of the week are they at your place?
They're out of the whole month, 14 days out of the month.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Willis, do you have any direct relevant questions of this witness?
It seems this young Karen has a court date on the horizon, though we might not get a front row view. Kansas doesn't usually broadcast in-person hearings online, but I'll be keeping an eye on the case behind the scenes. And the moment there's any resolution, you can expect a detailed update in an upcoming video. Next, let's shift our focus to my home state, Texas, where there's a follow-up in a story I've been tracking for a while. IT involves a particularly reckless sovereign citizen named Jose Alzando, whose antics have made this case a wild one to follow. From courtroom blunders to bizarre self-representation, this saga is far from over, and it's a perfect example of how chaotic things get when someone thinks they can bend the law to their will.
No.
Okay. Do you work, Ms. Willis?
Yes, I do.
Okay, where do you work?
I work at a pediatric office as a nurse.
As a nurse, how much do you earn there?
I make $23.94 an hour.
How many hours a week do you work?
40.
Okay. Is it accurate? I mean, does Mr. Mulligan have the children 14 days out of the month?
Yes, he gets them on his days off.
Okay. How old is the youngest?
3.
And Mr. Mulligan, I mean, is it kind of like your position that you're just opposed to modifying it at all? Or just not to the guideline support amount, or?
No, I don't feel like I should have to modify it all. I mean, I'm a dad. I'm there for my. I can understand if I only had them every other weekend, but I have them every single day I'm off, and I do all the extra stuff that costs money. I don't ask her to do it. I do it.
And Ms. Willis, you said that he's consistently done what y'all had agreed to kind of outside of child support in that divorce decree.
Yes. I mean, he is a good dad. You know, he has done all of that.
Okay. Um,
Sorry.
that's fine. How long have you been at this job, Mr. Mulligan?
I've been 11 years.
Okay. How long have you been working at your job, Ms. Willis?
5 years with, I just started back. I took a year off, and this is my 2nd month back.
So were you working at it at the time you got divorced in January of 2021?
Yes.
Okay. Anything further from the state, Ms. Laskowski?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further you think I need to know, Ms. Willis?
No.
Anything further you think I need to know, Mr. Mulligan?
No, sir.
Okay.
When I really think about it, I can't recall a single case I've covered where a defendant willingly agreed to let the state prosecute them time and time again. People insist that without their personal approval, the case simply can't move forward. That belief shows up often, but it has never held any weight in a real courtroom. This brings us back to Jose, who seems deeply convinced that his permission is some kind of legal requirement. Eso lets clear this up plainly and honestly, even if it's not. What he wants to hear. Under the law, the state does not need a defendant consent to file charges or proceed with prosecution. Jurisdiction comes from statutes and authority, not from personal agreement. Whether someone accepts that reality or not, the process moves forward all the same.
And I'll just say, to modify child support, I need to find a material and substantial change from the circumstances from the date of the last order. I'm just going to say I'm having a hard time finding that here. If you guys chose not to go a specific child support amount to do this outside agreement, which is being followed. You were both, I guess, kind of likewise similarly employed at the time of the divorce. So there hasn't been any great changes, from an income status for either one of you. So that being said, I think I'm just going to deny the modification altogether, leave the terms as they were per the divorce. Again, I'm just trying to explain to y'all where I'm at. I mean, it would be one thing, and I appreciate the fact that everyone's been following it and you guys have been able to work together to the extent that you have. I mean, that's absolutely great. But, frankly, because of that, there hasn't been any change. It's not like Mr. Mulligan wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Right.
So I'm going to deny the modification. Again, so those prior terms, that's not to say that it can't get modified again in the future, because it looks like at some point here daycare costs might be going down to 0 or something like that. I guess whenever the youngest gets into school, that's why I was asking what age or something we were at there. But that's going to be my ruling here today. I can't, like I say, I can't find the material and substantial change. Everyone has 3 days to request de novo appeal hearing in the district court if you don't agree with my ruling. But thank you all very much.
As I mentioned before, your consent isn't required. By simply taking your vehicle out onto public roads, you automatically accepted the jurisdiction of this court. Every time you put those 4 circular objects, commonly known as tires, on a public roadway, you agreed, whether knowingly or not, to follow the laws that govern them. That it's not about personal approval. It's about the legal responsibilities that come with operating a vehicle in public spaces. The moment you enter that roadway, you're subject to the rules and authority established to keep everyone safe. So any claims that consent is needed don't hold up. Your actions already created a framework for legal accountability.